Donald Trump just dropped a bombshell. He wants a full UFC championship fight on the White House lawn. We're talking steel cage, 25,000 fans, fighters bleeding under fireworks, all to celebrate America's 250th birthday in 2026. Supporters call it the ultimate patriotic spectacle. Critics say it's dangerous authoritarian theater. What's going on here? In this video, we're breaking down the shocking announcement, the fighters being lined up, the backlash, the controversies, and the real political motives behind this move. This isn't WrestleMania. This is the White House octagon, and it's getting messy. The bombshell announcement. It all started at a Trump rally in Des Moines, Iowa on July 3rd. While bragging about his one big beautiful bill, Trump casually threw out this: "We're thinking of doing a UFC fight right on the White House lawn. 20 to 25,000 people. We have a lot of land there."
We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this, on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build a little full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also. We're going to have some incredible events, some professional events, some amateur events, but the UFC fight's going to be a big deal too.
Wait, what? At first, people laughed. Was this Trump being Trump? Nope. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed it soon after. Trump wasn't joking. Plans are being seriously explored to host a full UFC event on the South Lawn in 2026, right in the heart of Washington, D.C. 20,000 people, cameras, VIPs, blood in the grass. And yes, it would be an official celebration of America's 250th birthday. Dana White says epic. Dana White, president of the UFC and longtime Trump loyalist. He jumped on social media just hours after the speech. This would be epic. White confirmed that discussions are already underway between the UFC and the White House. And it's not just hype. Logistics are being reviewed. Their relationship goes way back. Trump gave the UFC its early platform at Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. Dana White introduced Trump at the 2024 Republican National Convention, and they've been spotted together at fights across the country. So when Trump wants a cage on the South Lawn, Dana listens. Fighters lined up, and it's not just talk. Top UFC fighters are interested. Conor McGregor, always one for spectacle, posted a teaser on Instagram where disputes can truly be settled. The White House, former heavyweight champ Jon Jones is re-entering the drug testing pool. Rumors say he's eyeing a comeback, possibly against Tom Aspinall. UFC legend Michael Bisping even suggested a mega fight card: McGregor versus Chandler Jones versus Aspinall, plus women's title fights and veteran matchups. This wouldn't be a gimmick. It would be the biggest UFC card ever, and televised live from the most powerful residence on Earth. Backlash and criticism, but not everyone's cheering. Critics exploded online. The Guardian called it authoritarian theater, comparing it to how Putin and Mussolini staged national spectacles to project strength and control. Even some Republicans have expressed concern privately. "This isn't the WWE," one staffer said. "It's the White House." Progressive groups were more direct. If Trump can turn the White House into a fight club, what's next? They argue this blurs the line between government and entertainment spectacle, and it's all being done on public grounds, funded by public dollars. In their view, this isn't patriotism. It's a dangerous flirtation with authoritarian imagery. The Shylock controversy. As if things weren't already chaotic, Trump added fuel to the fire. At the same rally where he proposed the UFC event, he referred to bankers as Shylocks, a term from the Merchant of Venice that's been used as an anti-Semitic slur for centuries. The Anti-Defamation League immediately condemned the remark, calling it a very troubling and offensive use of a historical stereotype. Jewish lawmakers like Representative Jerry Nadler demanded an apology. Trump responded the way he often does: "I didn't know it was offensive. I thought it meant greedy bankers." This turned what could have been a silly, spectacular idea into a cultural and political tinderbox. Why Trump is pushing this? So why is Trump doing this? Two reasons: symbolism and strategy. The event ties into America 250, the federal initiative to mark America's 250th birthday with national celebrations. Second, and more critically, it's classic Trump showmanship. What makes headlines faster than flags, fireworks, a live octagon fight with 25,000 screaming fans? It's a media magnet, right as campaign season kicks off in mid-2026. It puts Trump at the center of the narrative again, exactly where he thrives: logistics, security, ethics. But can it actually happen? Secret Service officials are reportedly reviewing the idea, but here's what they need to consider: security, 25,000 fans, potential threats, major public figures. This is a nightmare to secure. Medical Critical infrastructure, MMA is a violent sport. Bleeding, knockouts, possible injuries, even in the crowd. Damage to historic grounds. The South Lawn isn't exactly made for octagon rigs, lighting rigs, and concession stands. A UFC spokesperson confirmed to Front Office Sports, "We are taking this seriously, but nothing like this has ever been done." Translation, the logistics are brutal. UFC's image and global reaction. This isn't just a risk for Trump, it's a gamble for the UFC brand. While many American fans love the idea, others worry it politicizes the sport. Will the UFC be seen as pro-Trump? Will some fighters refuse to participate? And internationally? McGregor's White House appearance already raised eyebrows in Europe. Now imagine a full combat event on US government grounds during an election year. Is it patriotism or propaganda? The optics are tricky. The global spotlight will be intense. The spectacle of power theory. Let's zoom out for a second. Many political theorists argue this isn't just about a fight, it's about control. Historically, authoritarian leaders have used public rituals, parades, games, even fights to project strength and unity while distracting from deeper crises. Trump's critics say that's exactly what this is. Shift focus from court cases, distract from controversial policies, rally the base with emotion, not policy. It's power theater. To supporters, it's entertainment meets patriotism. To critics, it's the gladiator games rebranded for American politics. Is this legal, and who pays for it? Another big question, can this even happen legally? Here's what we know. President has broad authority over events at the White House. Dana White and the UFC are a private entity. They'd likely fund the production. But if taxpayer funds are used for cleanup infrastructure security overages, expect major congressional oversight and media fury. It could trigger lawsuits and ethics complaints, especially if the event starts to resemble a campaign rally. Media frenzy and pop culture explosion. As expected, the media went wild. Fox News praised the idea as the boldest 4th of July concept ever. MSNBC compared it to a Roman Colosseum fantasy staged by a political narcissist. On TikTok, millions of views on edits of Trump announcing the fight over UFC clips. On Reddit, conspiracy theories, memes, and full-blown match cards are circulating daily. Even Joe Rogan weighed in, calling it insane but very possible. Whether you love it or hate it, the White House fight card is now a cultural event, and we're still 2 years away. The lawn is a stage for power. Let's not forget, the White House lawn isn't just grass. It's a symbol of American tradition, diplomacy, and power. It's where presidents host foreign leaders, greet heroes, pardon turkeys, and honor national moments. It's quiet, sacred, institutional. So when Trump suggests building an octagon on it, he's not just staging a fight, he's rewriting the symbolism. No more quiet Rose Garden speeches. No more press briefings and photo ops. He wants blood, noise, cameras, and 25,000 screaming fans in a place once reserved for military parades and state dinners. Critics argue this is the ultimate flex of political theater, blurring the line between commander-in-chief and pay-per-view promoter, but Trump's never played by the book, and maybe that's the point. In his eyes, why preserve tradition when you can dominate it? And in 2026, with an election on the horizon, maybe he's not just celebrating America, maybe he's trying to own it, one punch at a time. Final thoughts, reality or distraction? So Cross, is this brilliant showmanship or a dangerous politicization of American tradition? Maybe it's both. Trump understands one thing better than anyone else in politics. Cameras follow chaos, and nothing is more chaotic than a UFC title fight at the White House. Supporters see it as bold, creative patriotism. Critics say it's reckless, authoritarian stagecraft. And the rest of the world? Just watching, shocked and confused. But here's the question only you can answer. Would you watch the White House UFC event? Is it a national celebration or a national embarrassment? Sound off in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next wild political breakdown. Because in Trump's America, the line between reality TV and reality just got choked out in the octagon.